Don't worry about the doubters. These people are going to doubt you every single time. Yeah? They're going to look at you and think, hold on. A couple of weeks back, yeah, you weren't on this. Where's all this motivation come from? You really think you're going to be such and such? Do you really think that's going to happen? They're either saying this behind your back or they're saying it in their head. They're thinking, how is this possible? But you know, that's their insecurities. That's their own insecurities. Because they feel like they can't do it, they automatically think there's no way that you can do it. They automatically think there's no way that you can do it just because they can't do it. You know what I mean? Which is ridiculous. Like, and this is what happens. People need to understand that there's going to be people who don't want you to win. Yeah? It's not just that they don't believe you can't do it. They don't want you to win. Because otherwise they'll say, you know what? That seems hard. You know, like if a man says, yeah, you know what? I want to be a lawyer. That's what I want to do. I'm going to go study law. And then the next man tells them, look, that's difficult. Why don't he say it from his perspective? Why don't he just say, look, you know what? I personally couldn't do it. But you know what? I have to applaud you, man. Because you're trying to change your life around. I can see what you're doing. You know what I mean? I can see you got a plan and a strategy. I can see that you want this. I can see it. You got passion. I know that you're interested in it's something that you really want to do. Go ahead and do it. I'm backing you all the way. I got your support. I mean, you got my support. But no, they'll turn around and say, bro, you want to be a lawyer? How are you going to do that, bro? You know what I mean? They'll turn around and say, how is it? Like, even might turn to a next brethren and say, look, my man wants to do this, you know. He wants to be a lawyer. Is he mad? Does he really think that he can be a lawyer? You know what I'm saying? And it's the same with anything else. You could be a footballer or want to be a footballer. Anything. They're going to get people that will doubt you. Even your own family members. People that are close to you. People that love you. You're going to get people who doubt you. But that doesn't mean that you should stop. That means that you should go even harder. And you should tell them, I'm definitely going to do that. Because if it is hatred and if it is jealousy and envy and they don't want you to do it, they don't want you to get there, then you would see it. You will see it just by a small conversation. And some people can hide it. They can turn around and say, yeah, go for it, go for it. But deep down, they're burning inside. Deep down, they want you to fail. And the moment that you turn around and say, you know what? I'm not going to lie, yeah, that was just long. Like, I don't know why I was thinking of being a lawyer. It's never going to happen. That person should now turn around and say, no, brother, go for it. You said you want to do it. You should do it. You should try it. Don't give up. Try it. If you hear that feedback, then you know he's there for you. You know he wants you to win. He believes that you can do it. But then the next man will turn around and say and start laughing and say, see, I told you, bro. What was you thinking? What you really thought you wanted to be a lawyer? You're mad, bro. You know what I mean? You're mad. Stick to what you're doing now. You know what I mean? And even worse, some people are on the streets, they're doing illegal activities. And they have a friend who's just like, look, man, we're making money here. The friend's not even saying, you know what? Listen, I support you all the way, man. Like, you want to be legit now. Obviously, I'm going to stick to this until I find a way out or whatnot and whatnot. And the man's finding excuses, but he's willing to help you. He's saying, look, I'm going to stay in the trap. I don't want to leave, but I want you to do something. I really want you to do well. If that person says that, you know that person's there for you. They want to see you win. They want to see you do well in life. And that's something that we should all do, right? We should all try our best to do well in life, okay? Even for those who are religious, right? Because there's this stigma, there's this kind of belief that people have that people who are religious they don't care about the dunya, completely against the dunya, anti-dunya. No, like for me, for example, I put quotes up all the time about dunya being this, be careful of dunya and blah, blah, blah. But in reality, I got this other side to me, because you got to have a balance where, You know, I might be seen as someone who's religious, but at the same time, I'm a person who has goals and ambitions, and I want to go places. There's things that I want to do. Okay, there's things that I want to do, but I'm careful at the same time because I work. Okay, but at the same time, I'm thinking about my family. So, you know, there's, you know, I can't take too much risks. I know you should be a risk taker. I know this, but you know, I have my faults and my mistakes. There's things opportunities that I've had where I feel like, you know what, I could have progressed, I could have done better. But we're learning all together. We're learning. And my advice would be to be a risk taker. Yeah, if you can be a risk taker. Like I said, that could be difficult for me at times. Do you know what I mean? I always have a plan. I always know what to do. But when it gets to the tipping point, and you know, there's a way that I can I got opportunity, but at the same time, you know, it's risky. That can become a bit difficult sometimes. But yeah, I would say be a risk taker. Try your best to, you know, do, you know, as much as you can. But yeah, with that being said, man, all these doubters and all these people that don't want you to win, you're going to come across them. No matter who you are, you're going to come across one of these people one day. I don't care if you don't have no friends and you don't hang around with nobody. You're going to find them in your family. How about that? Because we all have a family, right? So if you don't have no friends, you don't hang around with nobody, you keep yourself to yourself, I guarantee you, you're going to find somebody who doubts you within your own family. And that could be worse sometimes, because say, for example, you have someone who doubts you and doesn't believe that you can do well, and pretty much don't think that you could do anything, and that you're going to become nobody in life. Those type of people can be the worst people, because they're doubting so much. They're not doubting because they're scared. It's not like you're saying, you know what, I want to work on a scaffolding, and then you got your parents or your mum or your dad saying, look, it's a bit dangerous, son, I don't think you should do that. That's different. But when you get someone who blatantly envious, right, you need to watch out for these people. And you need to see that, obviously, like I said, it can be parents, which would be worse because you love them. You really love them. And that's your parents, that's your mum, that's your father. You know what I mean? But this happens because sometimes your father might have been working hard for like 20, 30 years, and you know, he's not that person who has tried to do more and be more ambitious, and you know, he's always kind of stuck to the same job and not thought about, you know, he hasn't thought outside the box, and he hasn't thought to himself, look, you know what, I want a better job, I want to do this, I want to better myself. And so he sees you at a young age, you're doing well, you know, I mean, you're just doing great for yourself. He might see that and be jealous. But I don't want some of you guys to now go home and be like, I wonder if my dad's jealous of me. I wonder if don't go in your house thinking like that. You know what I mean? Just you'll see the signs naturally. You'll just be like, something ain't right. Like, why are they always telling me not to do this and not to do that and stick to this? And you know what I mean? Sometimes, more times, not even sometimes, most of the times, parents are just worried. But then, like I said, there are some people who can be jealous. And they will be the closest people to you, and you won't even believe it. Just like friends, the closest people to you sometimes, unfortunately, which can be close friends and family members, they're the ones that doubt you, and they don't believe that you can achieve anything. And sometimes it's out of hate, and sometimes it's just that they think that you can't do it. It's just like a person who, you know, just assumes that someone isn't good at maths, for example. I don't know. Maybe this person is just someone who's, you know, he's from the hood, he's from Brixton or Peckham or Hackney, these type of, but they don't know that my man is smart. He's like one of the smartest in the UK, and you'll find this because there's people in Peckham or kids, I think there was kids at a certain age, and they were really smart, and some of them were like the smartest in the whole of the UK, and they're from Peckham. So I mean, someone might see that person, sees a young black man, he hangs around, or a young black boy, and he hangs around with certain type of people, he talks a certain way, and people would just assume like you're not a maths wizard, as they say. You're not someone who is good academically. you look like a basketballer, you look like a footballer, you look like a rapper. But no, you can't be a mathematician. There's no way that you can be one of the smartest people when it comes to maths in the UK. There's no way. Or you might see a certain, like I said before, like a young black guy who hangs around with certain people, talks a certain way. He's the best at chess in the UK. He's won a competition with all these people that are really smart when it comes to chess and they know what they're doing, and yet he won the competition out of everyone in the whole UK. You know, people are just they'll judge you as soon as they see you, innit? That's what mankind does. That's what all of us do. We judge a person as soon as we see him. It's just like a person who's dressed up scruffy, but these times he's rich. My man's rich, but he's just dressed a certain way. It's like if we didn't know what Mark Zuckerberg looked like and we saw him on the street, we wouldn't assume that he's rich. We wouldn't really assume he's rich because he just dresses simple. But I guess it's different with white males, you know, because a lot of them, they don't wear jewelry like us black guys. A lot of us are flashy and stuff like that. So, you know, it's different. I mean, if you see a black guy with no jewelry, he's just dressed in plain clothes, no designer clothes, none of that. And maybe even a hoodie. He's got a hoodie. He's always wearing a hoodie. And you see him, you think that he's just working a 9 to 5. You know, he might not be working, might be selling drugs. He might be on the road, on the streets, making money in a illegal way. But these times, my man is legit, and he's, you know, he's got real estate. My man's invested in stock. You know, he's in the crypto world. He's making a lot of money. He's got passive income. You know, many streams of ways to make money. He's done it all, and he's a millionaire or a billionaire. And we look at him, and we think, you know what I mean? It's just like Jay-Z. My man doesn't even wear chains no more. You don't see him with big watches, big chains, and, you know, big grills, and, you know, he doesn't have all that now. He's in the next level, a next world. You know, and he's you know what I mean, just like a lot of people when they become billionaires or millionaires and they just make a lot of money, too much money, it's either they just buy loads of cars and loads of jewelry and just, you know, keep up some silliness where they end up in jail, in and out of jail, because they're just doing some dumbness with their money and just, you know, all that kind of stuff. Get caught up in madness and, you know, lose their money. Some people win the lottery, they lose all their money, they don't know what to do with it. And just, this is, you know, you find this happening. And then you got the other people who are just like, they know how to look after their money. They know how to, you know, they don't get depressed. You know, some people, it's like, I've got too much money, I'm depressed now. Like, all that kind of stuff. So I've kind of just went way over there with the subject because we was talking about doubters. But, yeah, you're going to find people who doubt you in life, just in general. And watch out for them, man. But I'm going to end this here. Made Muscle Motivation Daily. So see you guys tomorrow. This is a new series. You're going to see it happening every day, of me making these type of videos. And yeah, man, see you guys soon.